This could be a very sneaky signing by the Florida Panthers. They have just brought in a guy who could potentially be one of their new left wingers. Guys, thank you for joining me on this episode of Panthers Digest. This is a sneaky episode because we could have a potential new player coming into the locker room for the Florida Panthers. I'm going to get into who it is in just a second, but before I begin, thank you for joining me. I'm your host, Greg Andrews. This is Panthers Digest. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. You guys need to stay up to date with anything and everything that has to do with your Stanley Cup champion. Sorry, back-to-back Stanley Cup champion, Florida Panthers. I cannot leave that out. So, something sneaky has happened, and here it is. I'm just going to get right into it, guys. The Florida Panthers are bringing in Noah Gregor to have a professional tryout with the Florida Panthers. Now, again, a tryout. It does not mean he is a part of the team as of today. We will see what happens. So, he was a Maple Leaf, and he split time last season between the Ottawa Senators and the San Jose Sharks. Were his numbers eye-poppingly good? No, not necessarily, but what he possesses is something that Matthew Tkachuk does bring to the table at times. What he doesn't possess, though, is not a very solid shot. I'll tell you right now what are some of his strengths and weaknesses, but here you go. These are his stats since the 2019-2020 season. As you can see there, San Jose Sharks for several years, Maple Leafs for a year, and they split time this past season between the Senators and the San Jose Sharks. So never played tremendous amounts of games in any season. Obviously, you can see here from his plus minus, not the greatest. So that is a bit of a concern to me. But this move is not meant to say, hey, he's just going to fill a roster spot. Listen to me. Gregor has great speed. He's a fantastic passer. He's 6 foot, about 200 pounds. One of the reasons why his shot might not be the greatest against some of the better goaltenders is because he might need to put on a little extra size, a little more muscle. So when I said, if you want to talk about what he does replace for Matthew Tkachuk, the passing ability, I think is something that is there. I know Matthew Tkachuk might not be the fastest guy on the ice, but he is a pretty cerebral player on the offensive front. That is why Bill Zito is bringing him in for a tryout. He's also doing this to create competition among the other left wingers because there are not a million guys that they have that you could say right now, like he'll be a depth player, 100%, 100%. And as things sit today, guys, the Florida Panthers wingers right now that will be on the bench if we really want to look at things. I mean, there's a million players if you look at the roster now because of the preseason. So every player is on there at the moment. But when you're looking at this, the main guys we're looking at are Gadjevich, Greer, Nosek, and obviously we are looking at, excuse me. So sorry about that, guys. I'm just waiting. We're having a horrible rainstorms right now, so I just need to make sure that my son is okay at school. So anyways, I'm so sorry about that, guys. So what we're looking at now is Tkachuk is out, so take him off. So you're looking at Nosek, Greer, and Gadjevich for your left wings. And then you brought in Nolan Foote. Then you also have, well, that's pretty much it. All the rest of the guys are rookies, pretty young players. I mean, Sandis Vilmanis, Ben Steves. I mean, all of these guys are young, not a lot of experience. So I think this is a move to create competition, to get some of these guys to try to step up because, I mean, who are you really going to throw in there? I mean, I know Mackie Samoskevich is a right winger. You've got Entwistle, Lundmark, Devine. Those are all your right wingers. But your left wingers, you don't really have that many guys that you could say, yeah, I would trust him to be in the lineup and take in the left wing position. I don't really think you can say a whole lot. I mean, I say you take a chance, you bring him in, and I think it's exactly what Bill Zito is doing. He is saying, you know what? I'm going to bring in more competition. I'm going to do something where I could improve my offense, especially in those deeper lines. When we get to that fourth line, how are we going to put someone on that left wing? Because I don't think Bill Zito feels 100% comfortable with Nosek or Greer out there offensively. I mean, we could go back and take a look And a second, here we go. So this is Jack Studnicka. These are some guys that can maybe be some competition. I know they're centermen and things like that. So the numbers, if you're talking about like not a lot of experience for Nolan Foote, and then here's Jonah Gadjevich, who's done well. But again, if you come back and look at this guy's numbers, he's had okay seasons for the amount of time he's had on the ice. So last season, he had 4 goals, 3 assists. Big deal. Not a whole lot. 7 points. I just don't like the plus minus. I don't. I don't like seeing that every single season he's been in the minus category. Has it been dramatically bad? Only in one season at minus 21. But I think he could fill the void for speed, for that little bit of an offensive gap that the team will probably have on that fourth line. Because I don't think this affects Samoskevich at all. Again, this is just putting him in the left wing department and seeing, are you going to create enough competition with Gadjevich, Greer, and Nosek? Is there going to be enough competition to say that, okay, one of these guys is going to have to go down, or 2 of these guys are going to have to go to the AHL and be there for a little bit? Or rotate these guys. I mean, I don't know. Gregor has had some decent games. He's done some decent things for the Maple Leafs. I remember we saw him a couple of seasons ago. I remember seeing his name, and he's not a bad player. It's a sneaky move by Bill Zito that, again, it's going to ignite a little bit of extra, just that competition, like I said. I think that's all this really is. If they do sign him, that's a different scenario altogether. But again, I think he's trying to play the let's be careful card just because, again, they're saying Matthew Tkachuk will be back in January. Is it a guarantee? No. We've got to see what happens with Matthew Tkachuk and his progress. So again, a speedy depth forward in this guy. He's still young. He's only 27 years old. So maybe you bring him in and you mold him a little bit and you say, all right, let's work on your shot a little bit more. He defensively, you can see he's not on the best lines all the time. So it's like his numbers aren't going to be great. That's why the plus minus is down and he's in the negative in every single season. But if they're able to maybe work with him, sign him for that league minimum, bring him in. I mean, you might have to cut somebody, but it's just like, where? I think it's not, I wouldn't say a scare tactic for the other players, but just a sneaky move to generate some sort of competition among the current guys that you have, because there's not a whole lot that you have there in your left wing department on this team right now because they're all so young. Right wings, I feel a little bit better. I mean, Mackie Samoskevich, it's pretty much all you have, but I mean, look at all your centermen. You've got a bunch. I mean, look, okay, Barkov, Bennett, Bovequist, Lundell, Lustrand, Marchand, Reinhart, Rodriguez, Carter Verhaeghe. They're all listed under centers. Left wings, again, I just said, Gadjevich, Greer, Nosek, those are your top 3 guys, and then Matthew Tkachuk. Then after that, who do you really have? There's not a lot of guys there. Your right wing is Mackie Samoskevich, and maybe Entwistle. We'll see. Anton Lundmark is in there now. Jack Devine, we'll see if they step up and do something. Defense, we're not talking about that because this guy is not a defender. He's a winger. And that's one of the other problems, is not a great defenseman in terms of a two-way player, not the greatest, but again, speedy depth forward. He's a phenomenal passer. He will try to produce plenty of chances in the offensive zone. He will do that for himself, and he's great at setting up his teammates. So for what he lacks in that strength, I think his hockey IQ for setting up his teammates on the offensive front is a big, big upside to this signing. Like I said, big time, not really. Is it an impactful one? Could it be? Potentially, if he gets signed with the team. But again, it's a tryout. He is not a part of this team. So this is pretty much what we're looking at. Again, I was just bringing up these guys' numbers because if you see here, there's not a lot to look at from all of the players that we have on the roster right now. I mean, I think Studnicka is the only one who really has a little bit more out there, even though he's listed as a center. I think he could probably play left wing if needed. He might be one of those guys that could potentially step up into that position. But these are Gregor's stats. Not bad, not great. Again, just trying to stir the pot a little bit, create a little tiny bit of that competition, guys. So that's kind of the breaking news we have for now. Nothing terrific, nothing dramatic, but that is it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, comment, like, share, and if you want me to talk about something else, something that you have a question about or something you want me to research, please do not hesitate to leave a comment down below. I will look at it, I will research and do what I can to answer your questions, guys. Thank you all for your support. I do appreciate it, but I'm out of here right now. That call was the school saying that is flooding right now. I do live in South Florida, and it's been raining like crazy all day, so I have to get out of here early. Thank you all again for all of your support. I will be back 2 episodes, one today, one tomorrow, so be ready for it. We'll be taking a look at last season, the postseason, as well as looking forward into the 2025-2026 season and what we have to look forward to as Panthers fans. It's going to be exciting, guys, so stay tuned, all right? And don't forget, go Cats.